This is podcast 2 of Do You Live with a Vampire? A short story by T. Lynn Tolles. Sleeps all day, prowls all night. That's right, you know it's true. You've even complained about it. You work all day and you're looking forward to a good night's sleep, and just as you fall into that gentle slumber, the vampires want to go outside. If you don't let them out, they will torture you. Their heinous treachery can be accomplished in many ways. Some stand on your chest and stare at your closed eyes, initiating their spell to draw your lids up. Some more brazen will paw your nose, maybe even a bit too roughly, drawing blood. You don't want to stain your pillow, so you get up and you stick a tissue on your dripping wound. And since you're up, you might as well let the damn monster out to go hunting. If it's a rather lucrative night, the fiend might bring you a dead rat or a tailless lizard as a flippant gesture of gratitude, like a tip for the bellhop. Or could this be a reminder to the human of who is really in control? Our lives hang in their paws. Likes to try on boxes for size. This might have you confused, but have you ever wondered what your cat's fascination with boxes and bags is about? They're obsessed with boxes because vampires naturally sleep in coffins. Coffins are just big boxes, are they not? Your vampire can't resist. If it sees a box, it must attempt to try it on for size, even if it's 10 sizes too small. Belly bulging over the top and the sides of the box are bowed from the strain. A cat will look absolutely content within the box. It matters not whether the box is big, small, round, tall, full, or empty. A cat cannot resist trying on a box for size. It's part of its vampire DNA. The only box that a cat is not infatuated with is a kitty carrier. For obvious reasons, naturally. A vampire doesn't like to be caged. Still not convinced? The Jekyll and Hyde, or the Cobra Bite. Are you familiar with what I like to call the Cobra Bite? It's when your vampire is seemingly happy, busily purring, maybe even air-kneading. Then out of the blue, its vampire nature kicks in and it bites you for no foreseen reason. Your vampire has just played the Jekyll and Hyde trick on you. That's right. Where do you think Robert Louis Stevenson came up with the notion for the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? A cat, of course. The vampire succumbs to its primal urges, drawing blood, leaving its caregiver befuddled by the entire deception. Silently stealthy. Has a cat ever scared you? One minute there's just no cat. The next, poof, there it is. There's nothing worse than opening the closet and having a cat jump out, or find those glowing eyes peering back at you in the black of night. This comes from their predatory abilities. Though the furry pads do help, I find my vampires use their silent stealthiness when ascending stairs. At first glance, nothing. Next thing you know, you're tripping over them, trying not to step on their wily tail that seems to be a magnet for human feet. There's nothing that will make your blood curdle faster than the screech of a cat having their tail stepped on. Truly vampiric. No water. Holy or not. Vampires never cross flowing water, and holy water is a major no-no. Ever try giving your cat a bath? Screaming memes, you'd think you were killing the creature slowly. If you had gone into giving one a bath and not been prepared, you know the error of your ways. Hopefully you survived with all your veins intact. There is nothing more frightening than the look of demonic loathing on your cat's face when you introduce water to it, no matter how small the amount. Wet is not a good look on a cat, and it will be the first one to let you know you're putting your life into your own hands if you come any closer with that water. You've been listening to Do You Live with a Vampire? Written and narrated by T. Lynn Tolles, me, for your entertainment. My next podcast is the conclusion of Do You Live with a Vampire? If you like what you've heard, check out my sappy, sweet paranormal romance novels for teens and adults, both new and old, with humor and happily ever afters. You can find these books on my website at tlyntolles.me, or electronic versions can be purchased at most online book retailers, and paperbacks can be purchased at both my site and Amazon.com. If you'd like to test the waters, so to speak, before purchasing, I have a free download called The Hunted, which is a very short prequel novella to my Blood series books. It also has almost half of the first book of the series, called Blood of a Werewolf, within it. So check it out. It's free.